Hey y'all, so I'm going to do a really quick tattoo removal update before I go into work. I have not updated on this in a very long time, guys, and that is because it has just been an ordeal probably since last October. It's been about a year. And so yeah, I don't even know where to start, but basically y'all know I've been doing tattoo removal if you've been following the whole journey. And that's why I just feel like I've got to get this out there, because I still have so many people asking about it, and I feel like I left you guys hanging, but really nothing was getting done almost. So now the things have kind of started back. And anyway, so this past August made 2 years since I started tattoo removal. I'm just gonna go ahead and preface this by saying, guys, make sure that when you look into this, if you are of darker complexions, if you're dark skin, well, first of all, make sure that the people are credible in general, which the people that I go to are, but definitely make sure that they are make sure they specialize in treating dark skin. And I'm just going to put that out there. Just make sure that you see before and afters of people with dark skin. Don't be the first dark skin client ever going to a tattoo removal facility and expecting there not to be issues if people have never worked with dark skin. I'm just going to put that out there. I can admit that I did not do my research with that. I did not look at the befores and afters of dark skin people. And yeah, so as y'all know, I've been going for 2 years since this past August. And so last October I went, and there was a person there that did, because like the girl that normally did it for me, she actually left like last year sometime, like before October, like last August, September, I can't remember. And so when I went back in October, there was a new person working. And so it was right when we were about to go on our Disney World trip, and she I told her, you know, hey, I've been doing this for, at that point it'd been a year. I've been doing this for a year. We made a ton of progress, guys. And she basically said to me, well, let's make this one count since you're not going to be here for a while. And the reason she said that was because we were planning on having a baby, and so we decided to start TTCing last September. And so when that happened, I was like, okay, I'll get my final tattoo removal session, you know, the beginning of October, and then you know, and then that'll be that type thing. And so so when I went in there and got it done, she basically said, oh, let's make it count, since, you know, if you do become pregnant, then you're not gonna be able to do it for a while, blah blah blah. And that was mistake number one, me letting her do that, because she basically, not basically, she did burn me, guys. She burned me. She the setting was up really high, and she just wasn't trained with darker skin, and you cannot turn the laser on super high, from what I've been told, and treat dark skin. So I ended up getting hyperpigmentation, which is what you see here. So I ended up getting hyperpigmentation because of that. I actually ended up getting burned on this side. So when you see this, guys, you can see where the tattoo was, but you can also see like the darker spots are let me see if you can even see it. Yeah, so you can see where the tattoo was, guys, and the darker spots, it actually looked a lot worse than this. We've actually been doing taking some corrective measures, so that's why it looks better now. But the darker spots you see are just where I was actually burned last year. And then you can see the lighter color, which is where the hypopigmentation happened, because of the layer being up too high. And when my skin was burned, when the scab came off, then it left hypopigmentation. This part right here is just the burn. And so yeah, guys, so there's actually no more tattoo left on here. This is just where the tattoo was, and this is just where my skin burned over, and we're just correcting where the tattoo was. As you can see, I've got hypo and hyperpigmentation right here. So that's what happened, and this has been since last October. I basically had to wait for it to heal, and then we just had to move on from there. But as you can see, there's there you go. I'm trying to get like the perfect lighting, but there's a better view of it, guys. You can see the darker parts are where it was burned, the lighter parts of the hypopigmentation from the scab coming off, and just leaving it like that. And this side right here still has a ton of ink in it. Well, not a ton, but it's got ink left in it. And you can see right there where I was burned also, which left a hypopigmented spot. And then this right here is just where I need to just get a few more sessions of laser removal to completely get that ink out. From what I was told with my complexion, it's basically the laser has a hard time differentiating between dark pigment in the ink and the dark pigment of my skin. So once again, guys, make sure that you go somewhere that is trained to deal with dark skin. And like I said, I don't want to discredit what was done like the year before, because the person that did my tattoo removal up until last October did an amazing job. And like I said, I was burned one time in October, and then you know, now we're not even dealing with the actual ink anymore. We're having to deal with the correction around the actual ink, like around the tattoo, like the hypopigmentation. and then the hyperpigmentation. There it is. No, there's not. So we're having to deal with the hypo, and then we have to deal with the hyper and the burn right here. So so they gave me a cream to put on it, guys. So I've been doing a cream, and so the lighting is weird now, but I've been doing a cream to try to correct some of the discoloration and stuff. And we're just taking yeah, honestly, I have a cream. And so so I'm doing that, and then I go back in like a month or two to see if that's doing anything. I did get a second opinion, and if I don't hear what I want to hear from this place, then I'm not sure what I'll do next. But I did get a second opinion with the process, so I'm definitely keeping that in mind going forward. But guys, the main thing is do your research. Make sure that any facility you go to is trained with dark skin, because this process has been 2 years and 2 months long, which to me is kind of not normal. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you guys, after last October when I had the burns, I was getting a pixel, so they're trying to bring the color back that way. So this past 2 years has not been strictly laser. I went laser up until did the laser tattoo removal up until last October, and then when my skin healed, then I started doing the pixel again, or I started doing the pixel, and they were just bringing back the color and everything. So I thought someone was talking about, but so since the beginning of this year, I've been doing the pixel to just bring back the pigment, so, or of my skin, not even, you know, where the tattoo was, just the areas around the tattoo that are discolored. They've been doing pixel for that, and I'm not sure if that even worked, but that's what was done. To me, they look similar to the way they did, you know, even before the pixel. But like I said, guys, it's one of those things where I don't know, I don't want to sound like an experiment, but we're just doing corrective measures now, and if things need to be if things need to change, then we will change them. But I think I'm gonna give it like 1 or 2 more months, and then we're just gonna go from there and just see what happens, because I don't want to feel like a guinea pig. I don't want to feel like there's no I don't want to feel like a guinea pig. So, but I'm trying not to take it there, guys. But I can definitely say that it has been a frustrating process, and yeah. So if you have any questions or anything, leave it below, guys. I'm not even sure. I'm sure I'll get a ton of, excuse me, I'm sure I'll get a ton of advice. But like I said, guys, my next appointment is like, I think in December, and then I will definitely go from there to figure out what's gonna happen. So that's my update, guys. I've been like dreading doing this update for some reason, just because this ordeal has been so, like, honestly, it's been traumatic. It really has. And so yeah, guys, but that's the deal. My tattoos looked great to me last October, and then I was burned, and then kind of had to start all over again, and not even with the tattoo, but just correcting the burn around the tattoo and on the tattoo. So yeah. Sorry, guys. Like and subscribe, join us for the ride, and leave any questions or comments or concerns or whatever you have, leave them below, and we will see y'all in our next video. Bye, y'all.
Like and subscribe. Join